Welcome back to the Ark Survival Guide. This is part 2 of the replay from our first live stream ever. I took you all on a guided tour of the island map on Ark Survival Evolved, and we had a lot of fun just exploring all over the island map. And I showed you some really cool locations like what's inside the giant volcano in the center of the island. And I also showed you a really cool tropical and frozen beach, which you can use to collect thousands of silica pearls because those clams are sitting right on the beach, right there for you to pick up. So we'll show you exactly where to find this really cool beach, and we also explored the frozen wastelands on the north side of the island and found some really interesting things while we were exploring, like this gigantosaur who was somehow trapped partly inside the mountain and then just disappeared. That was super fun. I also took you to Carnivore Island where everything dangerous spawns and fights, so we got to watch some cool dinosaur battles and find out who would win in a fight between 3 Carnotaurs and 2 Argent Avis. I also showed you some really cool base locations, some of which I am planning to come back and build my own bases in. So be sure to watch this whole episode. It should be really helpful and lots of fun too. I had a whole lot of fun chatting with all of you and letting you give me directions and tell me what you're most interested in seeing. Now this may be a bit confusing for some people because this is a live premiere, which means we're all watching this video come out at the same time and chatting via text. So I should be here chatting with all of you during this premiere. But if you hear my voice, I am actually responding to the chat that was going on during the live stream, which happened about a week ago. So hopefully that will clear things up, and I hope you all really enjoy this video. This is the first of hopefully many fun live streams that we will be doing on this channel. So if you like this, be sure to subscribe and enable notifications, and it will tell you when the next live stream comes out. So we're just flying around the map, and I'm letting you guys kind of chat with me and talk to me and all that stuff. But if you guys have any suggestions as far as where you'd like to go, I have actually scouted all of the area that I wanted to scout. So now I'm just flying around and having some fun while I talk to you guys. I'm still getting the hang of doing live streaming while chatting and flying at the same time. So, you know, bear with me as I'm figuring all of this stuff out. Oh yeah, Dragon. Actually, I'm going to start breeding my Argents probably in the next couple of episodes. So I did a quadruple tame in the Redwood Forest to tame my Argent, and I did that whole guide on how to actually tame an Argent Avis, which was pretty cool. You know, I showed you guys that really cool trick for how to make the Argent trap. I love this area. This is a very cool spot. This will be a kind of cool vacation spot for me as long as my game doesn't crash on me. I was getting a little worried for a second. Even the PS4 chokes a little bit on Ark sometimes. Hey, another Tapehara. That looks just like the ones I've been taming. Alright, so gotta focus, don't get distracted, right? So I did a quadruple tame in the Redwood Forest and showed you guys how to tame an Argent, and I'm actually have the videos ready to go for the next couple of tames. I also tamed a female Doedicurus and got a couple of oh wow, there's a croc right there, cool. I got a couple of Archaeopteryx, so I did a guide on how to use an Archaeopteryx, which will be coming out probably in the next week. And after that, I'm going to start breeding my Argents and make a whole Argent army, so it should be very cool, and I'll be having a lot of those. Now, probably in the near future, I'm going to build a egg factory. So I'll be setting it up so that a bunch of my dinos can all roost on a big base that I'll make, and then all of the eggs that they lay will just kind of roll down some ramps and end up in a nice little pile that'll be easy to work with. By the way, this is a cool spot. There's some ruins on top of this little mountain. It's got its own little island. I actually really like this area here. Oh, you know, I meant to show you guys the map. Hold on a second. So this little island here is at, there we go, right about here, and 8324. And that spot that I was showing you that's a pretty cool base spot is just north of that. So let me swoop down over there real quick. There we go. We'll spawn in the rocks in just a second. It looks very different with all the rocks, doesn't it? So this is actually a really cool base location right here. And I'm going to land right on top of it to show you guys where this is. This is a cool spot. If I didn't have my plateau, which I love so much better because it's right next to Metal Mountain, it's got all kinds of cool features. But this is another good spot. It's a good candidate if you're looking for a cool southern place. Now this is at 7827, and this is right about here on this arrow. So if you're looking for a good base spot, it's another nice spot here. Oh yeah, Superior. I'm gonna head up to the Arctic in just a minute, actually. I'll head around this coast here, and if you look at my arrow, I'm gonna head that direction and then swing around to the Arctic. So we'll get a full map tour. I mean, honestly, I've got some time tonight. It's usually my time is kind of short, but tonight I've actually got a decent amount of time, so I will hang out with you guys for quite a while if that sounds good. I love this waterfall. I really need to make a base here. By the way, there's 2 beehives right here. If you're looking for honey or bees, this is actually a good spot to get that. Now, I've got an entire guide on how to get honey, how to tame bees, and all that good stuff. It is really hard to tame bees. I've probably died more times trying to tame bees than I have to probably most of the other dinosaurs in Ark combined, because, I don't know, bees are just rough. They are really hard to tame. Now, when I was doing my first bee taming guide, I actually had a real nest of yellow jackets at my actual house in real life, and I got stung by a bunch of them. So while I was getting stung by bees on Ark, I was also being stung by bees in real life, so it was pretty rough. So we have a cool tech stego here, and a regular stego, and an alpha carnotaur. And let's see if we can save those stegos. Now these things are pretty bad news. I do not want that carnotaur to hit me, because he could actually do some pretty serious damage. But if you fly down, you kind of swoop down on a dino and hit him in the back, usually you can get him mad and then get away fast enough that you won't actually die from them too quickly. So we're doing alright. But yeah, so that's the red obelisk here. I've had a bunch of people ask me what the obelisks are. There's a little podium right here in the middle, and you can actually use that to upload and download your dinosaurs, so you can transfer them to different maps. So if you're playing on Ragnarok and you tame a dragon, you can actually upload it to the island and have a dragon on the island. So that's how people do that, or you can just use a cheat code to spawn it in. So alright, let's go check out this Bronto here. It's pretty cool. See if I can fit. I'm usually flying smaller flyers, so this is a little awkward on a Griffin. Not gonna lie, that was not anywhere near as cool as I was originally hoping. You know, I kind of envision that, how that usually goes, where I do this cool swoop through its legs and it looks awesome, but you know, it doesn't always work out that way, especially when we're streaming live, so there you go. That's life, right? Oh yeah, thanks, Emmy. I really like that base location. I'm just catching up on chat. Oh yeah, cool. Congrats on the new house. That's awesome, Emmy. Oh, and Superior, if you want to see how it is to build and live on Herbivore Island, go check out my channel. I've got a playlist for the Switch Survival Guide, and I have an entire chunk of the series where I lived on Herbivore Island. I love it. It's amazing. So you actually can run out of resources after a little while. So what I did is I actually built all of my base on a raft, and I had an entire raft fortress, which was a lot of fun, and that was really helpful because I was able to build everything I needed, get a bunch of materials, and then sail away when I was done there. But you can get a ton of levels when you're just, running around on Herbivore Island, and nothing will kill you. There are no predators on the entire island. You got to watch out for sharks in the water, and if you pick up any eggs on Herbivore Island, something's going to come kill you, because there's a lot of herbivores that lay a lot of eggs. But as long as you don't touch the eggs, Herbivore Island is completely safe. It's a really awesome place to live. Now, if you build anywhere near the metal deposits, they will not respawn. Stuff doesn't respawn for about 12 foundations away from something you build, so do keep that in mind. That's why I actually built on my raft, so I wouldn't block the spawn points. And by doing that, I'm actually able to access that metal without having any carnivores to worry about. Now, the only danger with Herbivore Island is whales tend to spawn around there, and sometimes even alpha whales, and those can actually sink your raft in one hit. So you do need to be careful of that. But aside from that, it's an awesome place to live if you can get there. So let me catch up on chat again real quick while we admire this awesome tech parasaur. I love these tech dinos. It was such a fun addition to the game. Alright, sorry, I had to catch up on chat. So, I'm still getting used to doing both at the same time. But yeah, so congrats on the house, Emmy. That's awesome. I mean, even a small house is still really great, so that's fun. But, moving in and decorating is always stressful but fun. My wife and I actually recently bought a house, I guess 3 years ago. We renovated the entire thing, customized everything, and that's been a really fun project. Kept me very busy for a long time, though. This is a cool little thing. I don't think I've ever noticed this tree here before. I like that. Yeah, cool. So yeah, Herbivore Island is a fun place, but it is definitely far away from everything. So if you have a raft base, it's an awesome place because you can just sail away. But the whales are a huge problem. They can sink you really easily. So definitely, if you are thinking about living on Herbivore Island, go watch my videos because I showed you guys how to build Plant Species X turrets on your raft. And those will not only shoot down dinos just like auto turrets, they do a ton of damage, but they use dinosaur poop as ammunition. So they're plants that you grow, they shoot everything down, and they slow down dinosaurs. And that is what's really helpful. Because if a whale charges at you and is about to sink your raft, and you have Plant Species X turrets hitting it, they slow it down so much it can't even move, so they won't actually be able to sink your raft. Now, alphas might still be able to hit you, but you've got a much better chance of survival that way. So let me show you where this is on the map. This is another awesome base location right here. It's close to the Arctic, close enough to go up there when you want to, but you're not always freezing to death. And this is another great spot that you can actually wall off one little section right here. And if you make a wall right across this point, this entire peninsula here is totally safe, and it's just sheer cliffs on all sides. So that's another great place to build if you're up on this side of the map. But it's a little bit of a trip to get any resources over here, so keep that in mind. It won't be easy to get stuff to your base. You'll need some good hauling dinos, but aside from that, it's a great spot. Also, it's got a really nice waterfall view. You could probably see it pretty well from your base if you build over there, but you don't have the annoying noise of the waterfall always in your ear, so it might be a good spot for you, Emmy, if you are looking for a waterfall without the noise. But I love this area. This is really cool. I love this little spot here. Nice coral reefs too, by the way. This is some of the best coral on the island. My voice is getting a little bit tired, you might be able to tell, so I may not be able to keep doing this for too much longer. But let me see if I can put down here for a second. See if I can do this without something coming and killing my griffin. He does have infinite stats, so I've got a cheat code on for that, so he should be okay. Let me see if I can poke my head in the water here. Just wanted to go for a swim. It's pretty shallow in this spot. Oh, I forgot my griffin's still following me. Oops. But check out these coral formations. This is just awesome. I love coral reefs. I live in Florida, and I love living here. But scuba diving on a coral reef is one of my favorite things I have ever done. It's so cool. So this is definitely someplace I want to come back to. Looks like I could have just landed here and that would have been okay. But beautiful coral. I love that. Ark just did such an awesome job with every part of it, so I might have to do a base over here at some point, because I mean, waterfall and coral reef right next to each other, it doesn't get much cooler than that. And I could probably sink some foundations underwater right here and build like a beach house on top of the coral. Okay, I'm getting some good ideas here, so we'll have to do some episodes about that in the not too distant future. But this might actually be a really awesome spot. I'll have to do a greenhouse ceiling for my floor so I can look down and see the coral. All right, enough geeking out here. Let's head up towards the Arctic here, and let me catch up on chat too. Yeah, I'm not afraid of wasps, but I really hate them. They are such bad news, and they can be such a pain. So here we have a Quetzal, which I would show you guys how to tame if this was on my Switch series. He's a very cool color too. I love that. Now, some of you might know Quetzals are crazy hard to tame because they stay really high up in the air, and it's really hard. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! My griffin tried to land on the Quetzal. That was awkward. He was just like, yeah, I don't really feel like flying anymore. That's cool. So Quetzals are really hard to knock out because they stay very high in the air. But I'll show you a cool trick where you can actually ride the passenger seat of a Tapehara and use that to shoot down your Quetzal while you're in the air. So that'll be pretty helpful, I'm sure. Now, of course, it's raining. I hate when it rains because you just can't see very well, but there's a cool spot that I want to show you guys in a second that'll be really helpful for a lot of you, and I will be coming up and doing an actual guide on this in the not too distant future. Oh yeah, Superior. Dung beetles are found in the caves on the island, so you actually have to go in some of the really dangerous caves to get them. They are one of my favorite dinos though. They are so incredibly helpful. So on the center you can get them a lot closer to the surface, and on Ragnarok you can just walk over and pick one up from the volcano area. But dung beetles are amazing. They convert dinosaur poop into fertilizer and oil. So if you've got a dung beetle, you never run out of oil. So this is a really cool spot right here. Let me catch up on chat real quick, and then I'll show you guys this really cool, what's really cool about this spot. So hold on a second, I'm just gonna land here. And then I'm gonna show you the location here, and then I'll show you why this is awesome. So this spot is actually pretty nice on top of this rock. I might build a base right here because there's some cool stuff I want to do right by here. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Oh, Superior, do you mean a tutorial on how to use whistle commands or console commands? Because I actually have videos as a guide for both of those. If you check out that Switch Survival Guide series, I think it's maybe like around episode 10, I have an entire guide on how to use whistle commands to control your dinos. And then the console command guide, I actually released probably just a few episodes ago, so it's probably close to the end of the playlist. But definitely check those out. You can look at the profile of this channel, and it's got a bunch of links to all of those. Oh, that's awesome, Emmy. Yeah, you're going to love Florida. If you're used to the desert, the beaches down here are pretty awesome. And the St. Pete area is pretty cool. I think you'll have a lot of fun there. Yeah, Chris, this is kind of a mosh pit area. There's tons of crazy dinos that spawn down here. You get a lot of T-Rexes and Argents and just, raptors and all that good stuff. Just kind of run around in this little area. So it's a really shallow kind of tropical and frozen area, like frozen palm trees. It's kind of crazy. This is actually a great spot to tame an Argent Avis. I was actually planning to get my first Argent over here. I was going to just sail my raft all the way down the coast and then lure the Argent into the raft from there, but I decided to park it at the base of the redwoods and tame one from there. And yeah, Lorena, I actually am planning to do more guides on some more console commands. Probably the next one I will do is advanced dinosaur spawn commands. So I could teach you guys how to spawn in a specific dinosaur at whatever level you want, and you know, do different things to change its colors and all kinds of cool stuff. So that should be pretty helpful. I'll actually come out with that in the not too distant future. By the way, I really appreciate you guys giving me feedback on what stuff you'd like to see, because I want to produce videos that are as helpful as possible. My whole goal in this channel is to help you guys enjoy art more and save you a lot of time from having to Google everything yourselves. Because when I started playing art, I was Googling everything. I was spending a lot of my time just, you know, online researching stuff instead of actually playing the game. So I figured I'd try to help you guys not have to do that so much. If I can get this darn crocodile to die. You see that? He just flipped over. So that's one of their attacks. They like do a roll thing, which is a lot of damage to you, but it looks pretty ridiculous when they just do it by themselves, you know? There we go. By the way, I have my heads-up display turned off, so if you hold down the map button on console, you can actually toggle your HUD. So I actually can turn off all of my stuff on my screen so I can just see really well. Makes it a nicer experience for you guys, I think. And it finally stopped raining. So much better. Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea, like a Polynesian-style beach house. I definitely want it to have like a glass floor so you can look at the coral, because I've seen like resorts that do that. It's the coolest thing ever. So, this is the real reason I wanted to run out here. These are silica pearls right here. And I forgot this guy was on follow again. This is the easiest place in the entire game to get silica pearls, as long as you've got a flyer and you can avoid all the dangerous stuff around here. But let me turn my HUD back on. Here we go. So you can just walk into the shallows and just pick up silica pearls that are right next to you. I mean, they're all over the place. So you can just kind of run around here, and as long as that Carnotaur does not see me, we should be in good shape. But there's a whole bunch of pearls just right there. And if you build your base nearby, not quite next to it, but in the near vicinity, you can actually just come out here, harvest all the pearls, and then just leave, and then they'll respawn after a while. So I'm definitely going to do that in the near future, and I think that little coral head might be where I want to build. I may build on that little plateau too. I could even build a little roost up here. I think this is actually far enough away from the pearls. Yeah, maybe I'll put an outpost on top of this rock so I can just take my flyer right over there, grab some pearls, and then store them all up to pick up. But this is definitely the easiest place to get pearls. You don't even have to have a water dino, you don't have to go anywhere, you can just pick the pearls right up. So let me pull up my map again and I'll check chat, show you guys where this location is, because this place is an awesome place to get pearls. There you go. Thank you, Isanagi. I'm so glad you were able to get some help from these guides. This is really the reason that I made this whole series, was I just wanted to make it really easy for you all to learn how to play Ark. I have done so much research on how to play Ark and all these cool tricks that I've figured out. By the way, there's tons more pearls along this little area too. You can get so many pearls down here in the shallows, and you know, there's a lot of really dangerous stuff. This is definitely not going to be a fun spot if you don't have a way to fly away. But there are so many pearls right here, as long as you can survive the cold and the, you know, Eutyrannus and these little hyena things. I mean, there's a lot of dangerous stuff going on over here. But so many good pearls. But yeah, so I've found a lot of cool, helpful tips and tricks, and I've just really enjoyed teaching you guys how to do that. It's been very fun and rewarding to just do this ARK channel. So here's another spot that I have been thinking about building. These big black rocks are huge oil deposits. Let me turn my HUD back off. So any of these, you can get hundreds of oil, and if you have an ankylosaur and you bring that out here, you can get like thousands of oil in no time at all. It's by far the most efficient, fastest way to get oil. And I meant to check this. I wasn't sure if this was obsidian, but this looks kind of like an obsidian rock. I don't know. It's probably not. Usually obsidian is mostly on the really high mountains. But once again, a lot of dangerous stuff around here, but if you can survive it, especially if you have a flyer, there's a lot of great resources right at this spot. And this little plateau is an awesome place to build a small base, just an outpost, because it doesn't have a lot of land. It's a very small little plateau. But you could probably put, I don't know, 5 or 6 stone walls across this little bridge here, and then nothing can get to your whole base. So this will be a great outpost spot for me. I'm pretty sure I'll be building here in the not too distant future. I think that's some ruins too. Yeah, cool. So I'll do a guide on how to get lots of ruins at some point, but I do have a guide that shows you how to find the locations of all the ruins. There's all kinds of good stuff up here in the snow. Yeah, Chris, it is so hard to tame an Argent. Have you seen the video that I just did about how to make an Argent trap? That makes it really easy if you do that. Also, I've got a guide on how to use a seagull to get prime meat from just any dodos that you kill with it, which makes things really easy. So you can just run around, kill like 10 dodos, and have enough prime meat to do a perfect Argent tame with prime meat. Oh man, check this out. Got a big fight going down here. So we have wolves and doodons. I think that's how you say it. Daedons, something like that. Don't get too excited, wolves. I'm not going to hang around for the party. Nope. So those warthog-looking things can actually heal your team. So if you tame a warthog, put it on your team, it's got an ability that will passively heal all of your dinos. Wow, those wolves just looked so awesome, but they didn't quite catch me. Sorry, guys. That was a great like movie moment when they like fly off into the air trying to attack me and just fall. That was pretty great. Nice, dragon. You should totally tame a 105 Argent. Those things are crazy awesome. High-level Argents just make your whole game really easy because they have so much stamina, they can just fly forever, and they can carry so much weight. You can carry like an entire base worth of materials on an Argent and just fly around with them. It's so great. So Superior, I actually don't play online. This is the most online that I have ever played ARK, actually streaming with you guys and chatting. So the main reason for that is my schedule doesn't really allow for me to play in the evenings very often. It's actually a very rare thing for me to have a chance to go online and chat in the evening like this. But if I were to play online, I wouldn't really be able to interact with people very much anyway because of my schedule. But the other problem is, the reason I play offline is I can actually turn off the world when I leave. So all of my dinosaurs are all in stasis and they're not eating food and getting attacked by stuff. But if I played online, I'm pretty sure all of my dinos would starve from neglect and wouldn't be too much going on with it. So I really hope I can at some point get enough free time to do some online gameplay, and I will definitely let you guys know as soon as that happens if I can, because I would love to play online with a lot of you guys. But unfortunately right now I'm not able to play online. Although, feel free to talk in chat if any of you guys are playing online, because a lot of you have been just really awesome people to talk to, and I'm sure a lot of you would enjoy playing with each other, so... Hey, a lot of penguins again. I'll have to build a house up here so my wife can see the penguins. She loves penguins. That was one of the times I actually got her to play Ark and have a lot of fun. As I just landed on the penguin island in the middle of the lake on the center and just let her run around with the penguins. She loved it. Although, if you guys want to watch my wife play Ark with me, check out my channel. And just a couple episodes ago, we did a 2,000 subscriber celebration, and she actually joined me for a nice little romp around the center map on Tech Raptors. That was a whole lot of fun. So a lot of these icebergs are actually decent bases if you have a raft fortress, but they're kind of hard to get to. They're kind of out of the way, so they're not really amazing for long-term bases. But there's some cool spots, and you can definitely hide out on the icebergs pretty well if you're not wanting anyone to attack you if you're like on PvP or something. Oh gosh, Dragon, that's crazy. You got a Sarco jumping out of the ice on you? Yikes. The main reason I don't like the swamp is because you never know when a Sarco is going to just pop out of the green water. You just can't see anything, so it's really dangerous. There's a whole lot of spaces around here where you can get crystal over here in the snow area. Now, I think there's something kind of cool over here. Yeah, check this out. Okay. So this little peninsula has like a path that goes down it right here. And right at the edge of this path, there is a cool little cave. And I think I can squeeze into it. Just tell my guy to stop following me, for crying out loud. Okay, hopefully that'll work. Hopefully I will not fall off. Oh, looks like this was the wrong spot. This is not... Wait, maybe? Yeah, there is a tiny little cave in here. Check that out. Isn't that crazy? I probably better not go too far into here because it's going to get really cold and my game is already having trouble, so... Yikes. Yeah, that's not you guys lagging. That's me lagging. Okay, good. I did not crash. So yeah, I was probably loading a big cave system back there, and definitely don't want to go too deep into that. We'll just keep flying around here. But pretty cool. Not a lot of people can see that cave there, but it's kind of fun. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Welcome back, Diamond Tiara. Oh, you know, Isanagi, my seagull is really hard to get it to pick up dodos. Sometimes the whistle commands don't really work, but you can set his settings. If you hold down X, he's got some options, and you can tell him to, like, no hunting, do hunt and retrieve. And if you set him to hunt and retrieve, he should be more likely to grab stuff. Also, sometimes they're just a little glitchy, and I have to pick up my seagull, throw it back out a couple of times before he actually starts hunting stuff. And he may pick up dodos on his own. He might not. They just can be really weird about it sometimes. But sometimes you can use the whistle command to attack target, which on most consoles, if you hold down the left trigger and press either up or down on the D-pad, then he will actually go and attack and start hitting those dodos if you point at them and whistle to attack them. So hopefully that'll work for you. Some seagulls are just really tough to get them to actually hunt. I don't know what their deal is, but... So we're actually pretty far north now. Let me check the map here and see how we're looking. So we're right up here, we're about in the middle of the northern side of the map. So we've actually gone pretty far. We've gone all the way around the map here. And the snow biome is cool, but I don't usually go out here because I'm just not a big fan of cold. You know, I am a Florida guy. I love the beaches, and I love tropical rainforests and coral reefs, but I'm just not as big on, like, deserts and snow and all that stuff. But, you know, this is actually a pretty cool area. I haven't really spent much time here, though, so I don't know it all that well. But any of these mountains, if you get to the top of one of the mountains on Ark, they usually have lots of crystal on them. So if you're looking for crystal, that's a great place to look. There's usually good bits of metal and often obsidian. Now I've got a guide somewhere in my series where it shows you how to find any resources. There's actually an online map you can use on the Ark wiki. It's the island spawn map, and it will show you where every deposit of every resource is located, and it will actually let you mouse over the map and you can see the coordinates, so it's very helpful. I've got a whole guide on that. You should totally check that out if you haven't seen that. It's a very, very useful guide. And what is happening here? I wonder what this is. Let's slap it and find out. Hi! Oh, okay. It's coming after us, whatever it is. Oh my gosh, that's a Gigantosaurus. Okay. And he's gone. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Okay. Is he still here? I should be okay because I should have infinite stats on this griffin, so I don't think he's gonna kill me. But somewhere, stuck inside this mountain, is a Gigantosaurus. Okay, I don't see him. I'm not dying. So I guess he fell into the rock. Well, that's pretty convenient. I won't be taming him anytime soon. Someday I'll show you how to tame a Gigantosaurus, but on my Ragnarok series, I ran into a Gigantosaurus right about the same time as I tamed a unicorn, and it was kind of horrifying, but my solution at the time was to find a very narrow canyon, get him to chase me into the canyon, and I just dropped him in the canyon. He was just stuck there for the rest of his life, and he never bothered me again. It was pretty fun. So, yeah, now we know this mountain might have a Gigantosaurus on it, but it might also have a Gigantosaurus in it, which is not actually a problem. So, that was a surprise. Also, if you see a tail sticking out of the rock, don't smack it. I learned my lesson. You know, I learn new stuff every day, too. Okay, well, that was fun. There's quite a view from this mountain, though. Check that out. Almost feels like Lord of the Rings or something, doesn't it? Very cool. I think this peak is actually a little bit higher than the volcano, which actually, come to think of it, let's go check out the volcano. You want to? I'll tell you what, you guys let me know in chat, would you like to see the volcano or would you like to go over to Carnivore Island over here? So in the south is Herbivore Island, which is all herbivores, and then in the north is Carnivore Island, which is all carnivores, and it's a crazy place. You don't want to go there unless you want a carnivore. So, mountain or Carnivore Island? You guys let me know. I'll give you a couple seconds and I'll see which one gets the most votes. Well, looks like it's unanimous. Volcano it is. Here we go. So we'll head on over here. This was actually the place, I did a guide on how to get up to the volcano with a Tapehara with infinite stamina. I flew all the way there from the very south of the island. So yeah, it was pretty fun. Check out that guide if you want to see how to fly anywhere with infinite stamina. And it's got a great load of obsidian up there. This is another spot I'm going to build an outpost in the near future, and I'm actually going to build a base on the rim of this volcano. It should be pretty fun. But actually, the main purpose of this video that I'm doing right now was I wanted to see if I could get my raft base close to this thing without actually sailing it halfway around the river and getting stuck, which is probably what I would have done if I didn't scout it on my other file. So yeah, it is a Gigantosaurus. I always mispronounce that one. Sorry about that. So, and yeah, superior capros are crazy. That's another reason I try to avoid the swamp, is the little tiny gators will just jump up and knock you right off your mount, and it's bad bad news. So just if you take one thing away from this video, stay out of the redwoods and stay out of the swamp unless you're looking for a good fight. So, here is the volcano. This place is a treasure trove of metal, obsidian, and crystal. Once I get down into this, you'll be able to see there's just a ton of crystal and metal in here. Like, all this stuff is metal, and we've got lots of crystal, lots of obsidian. All of these black rocks here are obsidian. And this is one of the best places in the whole game to get obsidian. You can get tons of it here, and then just carry it back to your base. And this place is just lined with crystal too. Lots of rich metal deposits, all kinds of good stuff. So if you're looking for a lot of good supplies, this is an awesome place for that. And I got most of the obsidian that I'm still using in my guide from this spot. I picked it up using a Tapehara and flew a whole bunch of it back. But in the near future, I'm actually going to build a base probably right about here, which has just enough space to build a bunch of forges and some manufacturing facilities. And then I can use my Argent Avis army, which I will be making soon, to fly it all back to my base. So I'm going to be breeding tons of Argents. Also, I don't know if you can hear my cat, but she's just rolling around on the floor being fluffy and cute and meowing out of cuteness. So, yeah, one of these days I'll have to actually do like a camera so you guys can see her. She's pretty awesome. So, yeah, great place for obsidian. Let me catch up on chat real quick. So, Diamond Tiara, I'm probably going to need to cut off this stream in the near future, probably in the next 10-15 minutes, because I didn't realize we've been streaming for like an hour and a half. That's crazy. My cat is like scratching the back of my chair, so I'll stop, because she wants attention instead. And you know, I mean, you guys are awesome, but you can't scratch the back of my chair and tell me that you want attention. So I may have to cut off the stream pretty soon because I am actually getting pretty tired. My voice is not used to talking this long anyway, but this has been super fun, and I think I will actually check out Carnivore Island real quick before we end this. So let me give you the coordinates of this volcano, by the way, just in case anybody doesn't know where to find it. It's basically just the middle of the map right here. So 4041 right here on the center here, and Carnivore Island is at the very tip in that direction. So I'm gonna head over there real quick, and then we'll probably call it a night after that. So now, would you guys like if I do a video on how to make a GPS and use it to find your way around the map? I think that would probably be pretty helpful, so let me know what you guys think. Alright, see you soon, Emmy, and thanks so much for saying that. I'm so glad this video, or this channel, was helpful for you. That's really been my goal, is to just have a great resource that people can learn pretty much anything that they need to know about Ark from, so that's really awesome. I'm so glad that was helpful. Alright, just making sure I'm flying in the right direction here. Sometimes if you're flying and you're not sure if it's the right way, you just get a little bit more air and then you'll be able to see everything. Just need to change your perspective a little bit. Thanks, Dragon. I definitely work hard and try hard to bring you guys lots of good videos, but hey, it is paying off. This channel is growing like crazy, and you guys have all been so awesome supporting it. I really appreciate it. So hopefully this live streaming thing will help a lot and bring in some new subscribers too. You know, some people may even just enjoy watching a dinosaur safari, even if they don't know about Ark. So that's my hope anyway. Also, I'm going to be posting this video. Once I figure out how, that's another new thing I need to learn, but pretty soon I'll probably post this video and give a good replay. I may even chop it up into a couple episodes. We'll see how that goes, but hopefully that'll be fun for people to watch who were not able to make the live stream. I know I gave you guys like less than an hour's notice, and sorry about that. I wasn't actually sure if I'd be able to get streaming to work, but turns out this is pretty cool. Now, those of you who are looking for base locations, this is another great base spot right here. It's a cool little outcropping of land, and if you build a wall right here all the way across, you get this huge base area up here on this plateau. Now it's got a pretty good slope to it, so it's kind of hard to build on, but it's a cool spot, and it is right next to Carnivore Island, which is a great spot for getting your butt kicked if you are feeling like you need something to kill you, or if you're looking for a good strong Argent or T-Rex or anything like that. You can just pop right over here, and there are so many crazy things to kill you. It's just crazy. So we'll check that out, see if we can pick a couple fights, and that's probably the last thing we'll do for this stream tonight. Hey Bradley, welcome. I'm glad you showed up. It's probably not going to be too much time left on this stream, but it's good to see you, and we appreciate having you here. We got some little raptors here. Not too much going on. Oh, is that a tech raptor? Yeah. See that tech raptor? Oh, it sees me. Whoop, okay, let's get out of here a little bit. So I have a tech raptor on my Switch survival guide series that looks really similar to that one, only she has bright yellow glow to her, so she looks really awesome. Now there's probably a lot of dangerous stuff around this place, so let's see what else we can find. So Bradley, I take it from your profile picture you are probably a Pokemon fan, yes? So my wife and I both love Pokemon. We actually have a channel that we're working on together called the Console Co-op Couple, and the two of us do a lot of console games, and we're actually playing through Pokemon Let's Go Eevee right now, and that's been a lot of fun. We love playing co-op on that. Have you played that? This is a pretty cool little spot. It's a very majestic roost for a griffin. So there's a lot of Argents up here too. Definitely, anytime you come up here, you kind of run into a lot of trouble with the Argents. If you're flying, most dinos are pretty easy to avoid. Tons of saber-tooths, they're always fighting. Like anytime you come up to this island, there's just constant fights going on, so it's pretty crazy. The Argent I just tamed actually looks a lot like that guy, but I'm thinking about painting him blue and naming him Falco from Star Fox, you know, a little nostalgic there. And then when I attack stuff, I can yell, Falco Punch! Yeah. Also, I am eventually going to do a guide on how to make custom food, and I just realized that's what the name of my custom drink is going to be, Falco Punch. Yes, I like it. Alright, getting some good ideas while we're doing this, huh? It's a pretty cool little ruin right there. You can get some experience boost if you go there. And of course there is a cave entrance, which is, yeah, pretty crazy. Not gonna go in there right now. Ooh, this should be a good fight. So 3 Carnotaurs versus 2 Argents. I'm not sure which one's gonna win, actually. That should be a pretty even fight. Let's get a little better vantage point and see how this plays out. Well, we got one Argent down. Let's see if they can take out the other one. Yep. Sorry, Argents. Looks like the Carnotaurs won this time. Alright, well, next fight. What do we got? 1 Argent versus a Sabertooth and 5 Scorpions? This is not even fair here, guys. Come on. This is ridiculous. I don't even know how there were so many Scorpions. It looks like it took down the Sabertooth pretty well, but it's probably going to pass out. Yeah, there it goes. Just a nice little tail flop like that. That's fun. So Scorpions are kind of fun because you can use them to tranquilize dinosaurs, kind of like I use my frog for taming stuff. I just lick things and it knocks them unconscious. So Scorpions are very similar. I think they have about the same torpidity and damage ratio. So they're both pretty good for taming stuff. I usually use my frog just because he's really fast and easy to get away from things. But Scorpions are pretty cool too. On my Ragnarok series, I did a lot of tames with the Scorpion that I caught. So, actually, I'm surprised there were not too many Tyrannosaurs on this island. Maybe the Scorpions ate them. Seems like we had way too many Scorpions. I had one time, I mean, sometimes the game just glitches and spawns way too much of something. And I had one time where the game spawned, like, not even exaggerating, probably 200 snakes. The ground was completely covered in snakes, and I had to use a console command to despawn all the snakes because it was crashing my game. It was pretty crazy. So I actually think my laptop seems to handle Ark a little bit better than the PS4 handles it, because I've had a little lag issues here and there. But one of these days, this channel will grow so much I'll be able to afford a PS4 Pro or maybe a PS5 by then. We'll see how fast it grows. But I can do much higher quality videos on a PS4 Pro, and it'll be much sharper resolution. So hopefully sometime in the near future we'll be able to do that too. But let me double check my chat here. Looks like that's kind of tapering down, and gosh, we're hitting about an hour and 30 minutes streaming here. No wonder my voice is getting tired. But I really appreciate all of you who joined this stream. It's been really fun chatting with you. I really enjoy chatting with you guys. Now, I'm probably going to actually repost this video and do a live premiere when I do. So hopefully I'll be able to do some more chat with you guys later. But we'll see how my schedule works out for that. So anyway, I really had a great time with you guys, and thanks so much for coming, and thanks for putting up with my brand new streaming and just learning how to do all of this stuff. This is my first time streaming live, and it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed hanging out with you guys, so hopefully I'll be able to do a lot more of these in the future. But thanks for watching, and please, if you enjoyed this, do a thumbs up on this video, and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already. I know I've been just randomly throwing out a whole bunch of tips here and there, but I've got guides and tutorials for basically everything you need to know for the entire game of Ark. So if you're a new player, you should check out the Switch Survival Guide series on this channel, and I've got guides on pretty much everything you need to know, from picking your first berries and making your first hatchet to, you know, riding a tech velociraptor with a machine gun. So, and we're just going to keep going from there and just going to keep getting better and more helpful. So eventually we'll be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But be sure to ring that bell for notifications when you subscribe, because I release a video about every 2 or 3 days, and there's a lot of really helpful and fun videos that are coming out soon. Oh yeah, thank you, Chris. It's been really fun. I really appreciate you guys participating and commenting. That's been really awesome to chat with you guys. So I hope you all have a great weekend, have a lot of fun, and you know, hopefully your Ark adventures are going well. I hope they're very safe and fun for you. And if you guys want to watch some more videos that I am in, if you've watched a lot of the Ark videos, my wife and I have this new channel, the Console Co-op Couple, that we're trying to get off the ground, and it would really mean a lot if you jump over there and sub to that channel too. It's got a lot of fun videos for some Let's Play Pokemon Eevee. We're working on Yoshi's Crafted World right now, and we even played a little bit of Captain Toad and quite a bit of Smash Brothers. Also, drop a comment there if you would like to see us live stream some Smash Brothers fights together. I might be able to convince her to do that, which would be pretty fun. So let me know what you guys think if you'd enjoy that. And I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much for watching this video from the Ark Survival Guide. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more great guides like this one. Ark is an amazing game, but there is so much to learn before you can really enjoy it. We are dedicated to bringing you high-quality guides, tutorials, and Let's Play videos that are fun, helpful, clean, and suitable for the entire family. There's a tutorial in this series for everything we have done so far in this video. Check out these playlists for more episodes from this series and other guides to help you enjoy your journey on Ark.